make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her, you got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down, yeah, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heaven, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get on go, get on go. If I touch it, then it's home, then it's home. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get on go, get on go. If I touch it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Done. Stop.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play, 18 yards and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Boyd. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Ready?
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott rolling to his right. Open man Lamb, it's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and they're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon on the toss right.
They'll get this to about the 38.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Mixon. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the hole in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot. Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst from 8 yards out. And the Bengals have moved out in front. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Prescott. They'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And right now, offense is tough before a game. They run out every series with a kick, a punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And some room to work. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 72 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This is Lamb on the end around. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off. On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was. Getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing, Prescott.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. To throw is Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 6 yards away.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on 2nd down.
Burrow finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown!
T. Higgins
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. To return is Taylor. We'll call that a punt at 54 yards. Well struck.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Burrow. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Finally held down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 27, Prescott. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dorrance Armstrong in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Partner, I think this one won awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
Here we go. 11.
Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. In motion right here, Boyd. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
1-1, ready?
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And he pushed it right. It's no good. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's got this down to the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 53 yards on the ground for him so far. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territories. They need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Now Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth.
Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here,
now Burrow loses the football.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.